So if you watched my last video, you would know that I finished my 8th sketchbook. And today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a review of my new sketchbook. And I'm also going to be drawing in my first page of the sketchbook. Basically just setting up the sketchbook. I'm not going to be decorating it though. Let's get started with the video. So this is an Arteza sketchbook. It's acid-free, heavyweight paper, hardbound, and it has kind of a leather imitation for the texture. And I never bought a Arteza sketchbook, so this is kind of a first for me. And one thing I do have, it does come with a page marker, so that's nice. One thing I do have to say is that the thickness of this paper is, I can tell, is only for dry media, which is okay for me because I really only do pencil sketches. It should be able to hold up my Micron pens, so we'll have to test that out today. I think I'm going to do a full drawing with Ohuhu markers and my Lineart, everything. I'm just gonna do a full drawing. And thickness of the book is pretty thick. It's not that small. It's just like a medium size. And I have to say I was a little bit disappointed about the page thinness. This did come in a 2-pack, but I don't think I'm gonna use the other one. I'm gonna save it as a backup or something, because I'm actually planning for my next sketchbook. I'm going to get an ELO sketchbook because I've heard so many good reviews about it. And this was actually more expensive than the ELO sketchbook if you bought it on Amazon. It's about the same price. This sketchbook is about the same price as the ELO sketchbook if you bought it on their website. But other than the page thinness, this is a good sketchbook. It has it's like a white, just a bright white color. It's an okay sketchbook. It's a good sketchbook if you're only gonna be using dry media. So I don't use watercolor or acrylics, any type of paints on my sketchbooks. I usually only do pencil drawings and my line art. I do use my Ohuhu markers sometimes, but if I do, I usually just do a sheet behind it, and it prevents bleeding. So I think first what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use like half this paper right here for thumbnails for the drawing that I'm gonna be doing. But right here I'm gonna write down the date that I'm starting this. Today is the 6th. Okay. So I wrote down the started and the finished, and I want to see how long it was from start to finish the sketchbook. So I'm thinking I might use one of my OCs for my other sketchbook. I'll insert some pictures, and I think I'm going to use Rowan. So I'm going to use her, or I might just do a random girl drawing, but I really liked Rowan's character, so I want to draw her today. I think I'm gonna start out with some thumbnails over here of what I want to do. I'm thinking right here it will be the drawing, and then over here will be like start of my 9th sketchbook. Oh yeah, I need to write down right here. I'm also gonna write, probably with a white pencil, right here, my 9th sketchbook. I'm gonna start drawing over here. Just gotta start. I think she had more of a chubby face. Not chubby, but more of a round face. Let me actually get a reference photo of what she looked like. So here's a reference of what Rowan looked like. So she has red hair, she has a ponytail. I don't know if I'll do a ponytail for this one, but I think she looks better with a ponytail, so we're gonna do that. I think she has more of a circular face and smaller lips than I usually do, and a button nose. And her eyes kind of curve up, and she has like a more of a smile. She looks happy, so I'm gonna do more of a happy expression on her face. So I hope this paper erases well, because that would be disappointing if it didn't. I also think I'm gonna use acrylic for the cover of the sketchbook. Still trying to figure out, should I do her talking, like a talking expression, or should I do her just smiling? Okay, now I'm drawing the hair. She has straight bangs in the front, so I'm not sure what type of pose I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try to do a full body drawing, but if I'm either gonna do half body or full body. I don't want to do a headshot. I feel that's kind of lazy. I do a lot of headshots though, but I want to do something nice for my first page. What else does she have? I think that's it for the thumbnail. I think this is like what I want to go for in this drawing. Mostly when they thumbnail, they have way more ideas, but honestly, I didn't really think about what I was gonna draw, but I knew I wanted to do Rowan as the first page. I think I'm gonna do this, like, I think she might want to, what would she wear, like, honestly? Whenever I draw a body, I like to do the rib cage, kind of like this. And then this is kind of where her hips would be. Well, it's springtime here, so like, what would be something springy? Or maybe even like a rain jacket. I would do like a, what do you call it? A sundress or something like that. I think I'm just gonna start drawing it, and then when I get there, I'll have to think what I'm gonna do. So, okay, so it does erase well. I think it was honestly, I think it was just over here where it was kind of smearing, because this is not really a good drawing spot. So okay, so I kind of got the outline of the face done. Okay, that is super messy. Like, I think if I do the dark like way too much, it will smear, and I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so this paper is very smeary. That is not a good thing, especially if I'm going over marker with it. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh my god. This eye right here is better, but this, every time I do a thumbnail, the thumbnail always looks better than what the result is. Okay, I think this is good, so I'm gonna redo this eye. Okay, so I finished the eyes, and I'm going to start the mouth. Okay, I need to start sketching lightly because this paper is actually not that good for erasing. Take back what I said last time. It's okay, but it smears. Not the best quality. Okay, so I already did part of the body, so I think her legs probably go down to about here. Okay, so the thumbnail definitely looks better than what I'm doing here. That's okay. I'm sure it will look better whenever I do the coloring. This is just a rough sketch, so. I think if you erase it in a circling form like this, it doesn't smear as much. I think I'm gonna do this hand, this hand right here. I'm gonna do like she's pointing kind of at what it's right here. Gotta say sketchbook number 9. Almost 20 minutes, just like what do you call it? Just working on this hand. So now I'm gonna move on to clothing. Also, I'm gonna extend the feet. Now I'm still trying to figure out what I should do for the clothes. I think I might do, I think I'm gonna do like a long sweater type of thing. I was gonna do stockings, but actually now I think I'm gonna scratch that. Okay. So that is basically the sketch of it. It took a very long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink this. So. Okay, so I'm gonna sketch out here while this is drying. It shouldn't take too long to dry, but while it is drying, I am going to write down what the words I want to say here. Okay, so while this dries, I'm going to start coloring this. And if I remember correctly, the colors were for hair were these two. The colors have came off on these Ohuhu markers, but it's like a light red, like a strawberry red, and then more of a darker type of red. And then for eyes, I'm gonna use these to shade them. So, and then for clothing, I think I want to do like a pink color. So I'm gonna use, well, I'm not sure about this one. This would have been good, but it's almost out. Should I even use pink as the main color? Oh yeah, wait, I do have this blush. This is what I'm going to use for skin. I'm going to use praline. So these are Artist Loft markers. They're pretty close to, they're not as good as Copic, but they do have a brush marker. They come with a brush marker and a chisel nib. It has a chisel nib and a brush nib. So for the skin, I'm going to be using these three colors. This is actually not a Artist Loft marker. It's a Studio 7 marker. It's super similar to Artist Loft though. And then for the skirt, what should I use? I could do like a light blue. That'd be kind of cute, right? That is not light blue. See, one of the things about Copic markers, it shows this as a pastel when it's really a dark blue. Okay, first I'm just gonna erase this. Okay, so the erasing on this is actually very bad. My last Strathmore sketchbook was actually pretty good. This is a little bit not what I expected, but especially for the price, this was $24 for the sketchbook, and it's pretty thin. Like, I would expect $24 maybe for a mixed media, but okay, so I'm going to start on the skin now. I really hope this, oh wait. So I just put a piece of paper behind my drawing so it won't bleed through. I have a feeling this is going to bleed through a lot because already right here on this side of the paper, I can already see ghosting. Markers actually go on nicely on this paper though. Okay, so I'm gonna use the color I'm gonna use to shade the face is called it's called Praline. It's E17 for Artist Loft markers. I find this really nice to shade skin, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, so I'm done for the shading of the skin. Actually, no, wait. I need to add blush. looking nice. I like this. Now I'm gonna start doing the hair. I'm using these two colors, if you remember. I also think it's time to upgrade my Ohuhu markers because they are running out of ink, and unfortunately these are like Copics, you can't refill them, so you have to always have to buy, if your ink runs out, you have to buy a new set. Okay, I'm done with the hair shading. I'm gonna do the eyes now. Okay, I'm gonna start on the clothing, so. Okay, so some of the line art is smearing. One thing I do like to use my Jelly Roll pen for is, since it's white, if I go out of the lines on accident, it can go over it, hopefully. Sometimes it does. Okay, yeah. So you can go over it and it kind of just covers it up as well as it can. It's not as noticeable. You can, if you really look into it, you can still see it, but it's not as noticeable as it used to be. Okay, so the sweater is basically done. I just need to add these little details. Okay, now I'm gonna start on the skirt. I might add some type of design on the bottom. I'm trying to decide whether or not to use like this bright blue, which I'm kind of going in that direction. So it's a good shading color. Okay, so I think the character is already done. I think I just need to shade in. I need to color this part, so I'm gonna get that done. Okay, so I just finished the final reveal of my first page on my 9th sketchbook, and I'm gonna give a little overview of what I thought about what I think about the sketchbook. One, it's really thin paper. One thing to note is the colors look a little bit darker on this sketchbook for some reason. But it's still nice. I do like how the marker goes on this paper. It's really nice. I think I did a pretty good job on this drawing, if I'm being honest. it's a nice drawing. So remember, this is an Arteza sketchbook. It's acid free, 220 pages. Definitely for dry media. Let me see how much it bled through. I did put a piece of paper, luckily, so it didn't bleed. But this is how much it went through the paper. It definitely goes through the paper. It's still a good sketchbook. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna use this. Just not what I was expecting. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my other video. Bye!